Hello, friends, enemies, and that one bitch from my Year 11 production of Grease who played Sandy, who I still hold a vendetta against. And welcome back for another week of the struggle.
Laura, you know I deserved that part, but I digress. Lots of news happening this week, and we've done the hard work and curated this delightful selection of news for all those who wish to partake.
Kicking us off this week, the unexpectedly god-tier party that has been the Democratic National Convention over in Chicago. While we've been downing wet pussy shots between each take of the show, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden and other relevant Democrats have been living it up all week as Kamala has officially accepted the Democratic nomination to run for president.
And I would personally like to say thank you to Kamala for throwing such a rager, because the last time I suggested inviting my grandmother to a gath to boost the vibes, I was called weird.
Well, maybe if your grandmother Gav had Little John doing auto-tune vocal runs to announce the Georgia roll call in a display of optimism and camaraderie, we would have shown up. This is all in contrast to the Republican National Convention that happened last month, which had all the excitement of a retirement home bingo hall where you can tell someone died, but can't tell who because they all look like corpses anyway.
While this is a largely symbolic conference to signal the beginning of the true race to the election, both the RNC and DNC are meant to serve as a reason for voters to get excited about their nominated candidate. Like white suburban almond mothers need something to be excited about in between Pink concerts and giving their daughters complicated relationships to food.
Literally, this is like the Super Bowl for poli-sci majors, 50-year-old women named Polly who had their sexual awakening to Bill Clinton playing the saxophone, and visibly polyamorous thruples who love to correct McDonald's workers when they ask you if you want a boy or girl toy with their Happy Meals.
Even if Kamala loses in November, at least we can reminisce on all the fun we had at America's very last DNC.
I will be watching the Little John footage on repeat on my contraband prison phone after I get arrested for turning down the local 60-year-old pervert, as will be the law under the proverbial Trump-Vance reign.
I mean, speak for yourself. I'm going to be someone's bitch. My prison wife is going to protect me and my life will be great.
Kind of like Dutton and Elbow, don't you think?
Not really. Amid comments about Gaza and being a sook, from what I can tell, their relationship is on the rocks. Or rather, in the rubble.
To document this, we proudly invite you to the premiere of Channel 31's new reality show, Parliament House.
This flight from GAZA has crashed into Parliament House. And on tonight's episode, we have a spicy twist as drama heats up the cabinet.
Far out, Peter, all he does is complain, like, look, I don't want them here either, but quit making the Gaza visa process, like, you know, more racist than it is.
Look, I tried to pull Albo for a chat because, you know, I want to keep Australia safe and just making sure we learnt from our last Lebanese mistake. No more skin fades, you know, it makes me jealous.
And as PD cooks up controversy in the Parliament House, Albo's ready to dish out what's being served.
Like, he's always making a scene. I told him, if you're on the prowl, why are you obsessed with the US watch list for everything? Like, I actually like a kebab from time to time, but Peter just won't have it, like with his scroll of ASO security checks. You know, you've got your, you know, Arabs, you know, Muslims, and now you know Africans. Like, oh.
No, hold on. Why South Africans are fine?
Albo, do you think Peter's playing superhero for Australians?
Superhero? Enough for what? The hidden Hamas? I mean, you heard what Zali said in the villa before. Starts with R, rhymes with faces. You know, and Tony, what he said about him being a sook, comedy gold.
Being under public scrutiny can be hard, but is Dutton an egg that is going to crack under pressure?
A sook? A racist? I'm just trying to protect this great country and I'm being treated like the bad guy. 24 hours for the Palestinians is shameful. And I mean, I made the Syrians wait.
Do you need a minute? It's okay.
I just feel like I need a minute, I need to get up.
Look, I came into the villa to waste time and not play into Petey's games. If anything, he needs to go back to where he came from, and for that reason, don't know, Dutton's gotta go.
What a bombshell.
I did not expect Dutton to be done with his time in the villa.
While that love story turned out to be enemies to lovers and back to enemies, we found another one that hopefully has a nicer resolution.
Recent data released by Forbes magazine reveals that 43% of loved-up couples actually find their partner in the workplace.
Eager to find the next hot Senate matchup, we've sent our very own love experts to get some more action thrusted in Canberra's lower house to see if love can triumph again.
This is a truly exciting time.
No, what we do here, it could change lives.
It could change the lives of many. You know, matchmaking in this form is seriously important.
It's all a very real possibility that two people walk away from this and have a beautiful life together.
Kids,
marriage. It's all on the cards for these people, and
it's up to us
tonight.
Tonight.
So let's get into it, shall we?
Let's get going.
Don't you think the lovely Georgie Purcell, Animal Justice Party, and Josh Burns, ALP, would make a great pair?
Wow. Well, now you say it. Yeah, I think I see it.
I mean, not only would they look beautiful together, their hobbies and interests align perfectly.
Definitely. Georgie loves doing anything that isn't shooting ducks, and there's no evidence that Josh does that. Beautiful.
Exactly. And their political and ideological beliefs also just are so different. It's a big tick there.
Massive tick. I mean, Georgie is incredibly pro-Palestine, and Josh, he leaves it ambiguous.
Exactly. And just think of a romantic Sunday afternoon at the Purcell Burns household. Georgie, she could go to a pro-Palestine march. And Josh won't. Yeah, but maybe.
They could meet up together later for a bit of, I don't know, vandalism at Josh's office.
Beautiful.
Sounds perfect.
And look, research has actually proven if a couple has just irreconcilably different beliefs, they're actually 80% more likely to stay together for more than 15 years.
Wow. Isn't that just beautiful? And you know, all of that is proven by their scent match. I mean, Georgie, she smells like vegan cream cheese. And Josh?
Yep, brisket.
Perfect. I mean, they'd have to be attracted to each other. They're a perfect match.
You're weird!
From politicians getting their bang on to politicians falling out with a bang.
Recently, the Liberal Party has found itself a bit behind and failed to supply a list of candidates, which left 14 local councils in New South Wales having their elections called off, preventing the worst kid from your history class running for local government.
To understand how the upperclassman is reeling with this loss, we sent out our senior political analyst to analyse one of these overprivileged and apparently underrepresented young Liberals.
The Liberal government.
The Liberals' failure to enter 140 candidates in local government elections has made headlines worldwide. Today, I interviewed Ian S., who couldn't get his name nominated or on the ballot. How has this fiasco affected you?
Well, to be honest, I'm frustrated. This was supposed to be my big entitled break into power and leadership.
And why did you choose local government to begin your career?
Well, because Daddy Dutton promised me that I was guaranteed to win, and I haven't been very successful in my other pursuits.
What is this previous experience?
Well, I didn't get into uni, so I did photography. Apparently my photos weren't much to look at, so I switched to modelling. But there wasn't much to look at then either. So I tried cooking, but I would have had to do a TAFE course, so, you know, local council it was.
What position were you trying to get?
Well, with all my previous industry experience, I was hoping for maybe Arts Minister, Education Minister, or if I really had to, Mayor of the Upper North Western Willoughby Southern Council Division. But anyway, it's all the fault of the corrupt Electoral Commission that I didn't get any of them.
Corrupt? Could you elaborate on that?
Like I said, they're crooked. They've clearly got it out for us, and lied about the submission date.
No, they didn't.
Oh, whatever. Because they've refused to let us submit them late. That's why Daddy Dutton is taking them to court. because we should be allowed to submit it a little late. We deserve to be above the law. It's half the reason I tried to get into politics.
How stupid are you? Didn't you hear that case was dropped days ago?
No, I'm not really into the news.
Huh. Didn't see that one coming.
Or him leaving under such mysterious circumstances.
And while you're likely never going to see our poor interviewer ever again, you can count on seeing us again after this break.
Hi, Patrick Delaney here for Foxtel Group, and have I got a deal for you. Have a look at this. For just one large and undisclosed sum, you get a dying cable network. But wait, there's more. As a part of your bundle, you get Binge, KO Sports, Fox Sports, and Hamish and Andy. Hubble. Tell me Telstra sent ya, and I'll throw in me, an incredibly problematic CEO, for no extra cost. Don't wait. Call now and I'll double the whole offer.
Welcome back, creeps, weirdos, and people trying to resuscitate after the Lokies. And remember, you have to be at least this tall to ride the struggle.
This week has brought more attention to the final kingpin boss of capitalism, the Walt Disney Company. Not for losing the gross GDP of several small island countries in the box office, but this time because the infamous Disney lawyers are back at it again.
Back in October, a woman died at an affiliate restaurant at Walt Disney World shopping district, Disney Springs, after suffering from an allergic reaction to the food she was assured was safe. Her husband is now trying to sue Disney for her wrongful death. What a dick!
But Disney's morally grey ne'er-do-well lawyers are arguing that the husband of the woman who died can't take Disney to court over the death of his wife because he signed up for Disney Plus back in 2019. Apparently, in the fine print of his one-week free trial, the husband agreed that any lawsuits about anything will be settled out of court.
Listen, call me unsympathetic, but some things are just worth dying for. And that one time I watched the 1994 hit film Baby's Day Out deep in a depressive episode is 100% worth the potential non-payout for when I die after getting beheaded on Space Mountain.
While that may be, the public backlash has caused Disney Park CEO Josh D'Amaro to release a statement saying, "At Disney, we strive to put humanity above all other considerations," and has waived the arbitration rights, meaning the suit can go to court.
So remember, kids, if you decide to stream Princess Protection Program this weekend, Mickey is legally allowed to kill your wife.
So stock up on the party food. That is such a shame. So many of their movies were cult classics.
Speaking of cults, we thought we might try the Disney approach to attract a strong fan base of struggle adults. Testing out this new method of viewer retention is Supreme Leader Bailey.
Hello there, are you interested in joining a cult? No, not this week? Okay, next time. It appears that an international cult has come to Australia, sinking its teeth into the hearts of nerdy Christians around the country. Looking for people to join a cult? Do you want to join a cult? No cult. Do you want to join a cult? Would you be able to join a cult with me?
I'll join a cult.
You'll join a cult?
I've got nothing better to do.
The South Korean fringe church, Shincheonji, has been recruiting members all across the country. Their methods range from making fake dating profiles. It's one of those really good cults, you know? Pestering poor passers-by about the glory of their leader, and even approaching randoms on the street. No, sorry, that's not the right picture. Although, maybe it could be.
Why have you made this cult?
These faithful fanatics groom their victims, cutting them off from their family before making them quit their jobs and forcing them to be reliant on the regurgitated bird feed of an ideology. No, you don't want to join a cult? Why not? Yeah, come on, come join a cult! Come join a cult! Cut off all ties with your family and friends, and then get you to donate some money. Would you be comfortable doing that? So if you can, just cut off all the connections from your friends and family, that'd be fantastic, like just as a way to kind of get into the cult.
Yeah, I'll give it. Yeah, just take it.
Oh, thank you, mate. No, perfect. Yeah, perfect. I'll grab that as well. Excellent. Anyone want to join a cult? Anyone? Yeah, just I'll take your hat and sunnies too. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, shirt off your back would be great, my friend. In no way do we condone the manipulative methods these culty cuckolds use. However, after discovering that the group has approximately 300,000 members worldwide, look, our viewing numbers are declining. We've only got probably one viewer at the moment. We need some more viewers for Channel 31. It's just really shocking at the moment.
Praise you.
Praise me, yeah, I'm Supreme Leader Bailey, so thank you for...
Thank you so much. What do I do now?
Oh, now...
Suppose you send me to work?
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to go to the mines now, so if you can just head down that way. We realise that these zany Zionists may be onto something.
Nothing quite like a story about people coming together to make us all feel a bit closer and scared at the same time.
Unfortunately, this next story has torn our family apart.
In June of last month, astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams embarked on an 8-day mission to the International Space Station aboard Boeing Starliner craft.
But news emerged earlier this month that the Starliner was experiencing major technical issues and couldn't get back. So we sent our space correspondent, Apollio Vagisil, up into the atmosphere to see if she could snag an interview with the stranded crew.
Regrettably, our communication lines with the struggle craft carrying our reporter went dead several days ago, but not before we were able to receive this transmission.
Apollio Vagisil, far away in space, far away, lost in space. Apollio Vagisil, lost in space, flying in space.
Apollio Vagisil.
Oh! Good evening, I'm Apollio Vagisil, reporting from the final frontier on the loneliest story this side of the sky. The ill-fated Boeing Starliner carrying astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams displayed faults from the beginning of the mission as the crew docked on the ISS. Failing thrusters and helium links meant it wouldn't be safe to ride the Starliner back to Earth. Once again, Boeing are the bad guys here, as they had consistently clashed with NASA over Starline's safety and testing data prior to launch, and it's not like they have not got form. What began as a leisurely week orbiting the Earth ballooned into a 7-month spacecation when NASA reported last week that the crew would be trapped in space until 2025, when the Elon Musk's SpaceX Dragon pods may be able to get them home. Requesting to resort to help from their direct rivals in the private aerospace industry will undoubtedly pile on more embarrassment for Boeing, already in PR purgatory for their alleged assassination of safety whistleblower John Barnett in March. So as those brave space explorers clean dunnies on the International Space Station for the next 6 or so months, in between games of bridge and hoppo bumpo, they'll have plenty of time to consider the ongoing feasibility of privately operated space travel. Because at the end of the day, as Jeff Kennett showed us all, when you privatize transport, you get delays.
In space, no one can hear you cream.
Milk. Molly? Milk.
No, silly. We're talking jizz. I mean, what else is there to do up there?
Do you find this scenery tranquil? Do you find it beautiful? An escape from reality?
Well, you can experience this wonderful oasis with much more ease after our big build.
We're inspired by the forward thinking of the Indonesian tourism sector, erecting a 55-floor elevator down the pristine mountainside of Nusa Penida.
This project, we're building gorgeous escalators, so you'll no longer have to break a sweat.
We are aiming to improve the traffic flow of laid-back Australians who can't be bothered walking.
You won't even have to stop and smell the roses or hear the birds, as we are installing artificial scents and speakers to intensify the experience for you.
This is for you, Victoria. No more dangerous hiking, no more injuries, no more puffing. Say hello to a new, easier sightseeing opportunity.
Authorised by the Victorian Government Australia.
Welcome back to The Struggle.
Anyway, Brown rugose fruit virus has been detected in 2 properties in Adelaide's north, attacking Australian-grown tomatoes. This virus causes yellowing and uneven ripening deformities and is easily spread from plant to plant.
Oh my God, what does this mean for me? Am I going to become deformed?
No, Laura. Does it affect people?
Oh.
Anyway, this is kind of a first in Australia and has been thought to be due to infectious seeds entering the country from overseas.
On The Struggle, we pride ourselves on our Sherlock Holmes investigative skills and have tracked down the mother of all mothers, the one who is apparently responsible for this virus. Direct from her Oakley mansion and straight into the studio, please welcome the godmother.
Ciao, Molly and Laura. I'm no godmother, though. I'm just a grandmother.
Godmother? Why have your mob boys set this virus loose in Australian farms?
How do I know? But I imagine, well, Molly, that after the scandal that erupted in 2018 on our farms back home, me, as someone, needed to find a way to get on top of the tomato game in Australia.
A scandal?
See, my brother, I mean someone I never met and don't know, and his ragazzi, the Caporelli, had their whole ring flipped upside down when immigrant protesters broke out on their tomato farms, and we, I mean they, lost the trust of the stupid Australian nation.
You mean the protest that came after 16 workers died?
It was an accident. We would never hurt our sweet bambini, and they just turned on us after we gave them homes, a job, and access to Italia's best summer sun. See, we could only pay them €2 an hour, but that is a life. Italia's a brutal country, you know. I mean somebody else. I never did nothing. My family will fix up anyone who says that we did.
Focusing back on today's topic, the virus, why did it get set loose?
Well, your farmers got angry when they found out that we controlled 80% of the tomato imports and were giving your silly little nation cheaper tin tomatoes in the Coles supermarkets. When your nation boycotted my dear brother's farms and the government introduced dumping duties, our imports dropped to 71%. This is not good enough. So me and my brother decided the only way to get back to 80%, and maybe even higher, was to infect your pathetic crops you call tomatoes. So they tell me.
Do you not see how this could be considered a little bit criminal?
Criminal? How dare you? I'm a respected figure. A nonna, ma fanculo, ma chi questa disgraziata? Non capisce niente!
I'm sorry, godmother, but that's all we seem to have time for.
From withering tomatoes to waning sex drive, let's talk
Pause for a moment.
As we reflect on this trying time in the twilight of Laura's ovaries, we sent out our generally unhappy correspondent Liv to find out more.
I'm sure we're all well aware what Ohio Senator and Trump's Vice President candidate, JD Vance, thinks about childless women. They're miserable, they're sociopathic, they're psychotic, and they're mentally unstable. But, dare I say it, the man might have a point. You see, as a 21-year-old barren hag, I've been called many things during my life. A psychotic bitch, in desperate need of therapy, good candidate for a lobotomy. But this is exactly why I don't want to have children anytime soon. I mean, look at me. With this haircut and my septum piercing, I'm literally a walking advert on why we should bring back eugenics. But then, some JD Vance footage from 2020 came to light a few weeks ago, in which he claims the role of the postmenopausal woman is to take care of the grandchildren. This really pissed me off. I have some big plans for my 50s. When I'm getting all sleepless, hot and flushed, I plan on getting hot and heavy. I want to get a boob job. Spend a theoretical inheritance on poppers and Viagra for my sickly husband who won't be on this earth for long. I want to go on a swingers cruise or two and never have to worry about that rush to go grab the morning after pill, only to realise at checkout I spent my last $20 on those 2 Voddy Red Bulls from the night before. She's no longer fertile, so boys, fill her up. But now I have to factor in some hypothetical grandchildren? Yuck! Do not spoil my fun. Please, don't prolong my suffering with this impregnable body. These genes were not meant to be passed on. And that is a direct quote from my therapist.
Amen.
Next.
Your fave disability babe is back, and she's not happy. Bill Shorten and his crew have made draft changes to the NDIS funding, including feminine products, labelling them lifestyle related. Yeah, because it's a lifestyle choice to experience debilitating cramps, mood swings that turn me into the Incredible Hulk, and constant paranoia that I'm going to bleed through my pants every month. First, my access to sex workers got taken away, and now feminine products? What does the government want me to do? Masturbate and free bleed? I don't think so. This is part of a redesign of the scheme, reducing the NDIS funding to $14 billion over the next 4 years. They're sitting in a little circle, considering what's reasonable and necessary for people with disabilities. Bill Shorten said the new revised list is still being finalised, but at the moment 78% of disabled monthly bleeders cannot afford feminine products outside of the scheme. Advocates believe that getting rid of feminine products could lead to families choosing menstrual suppression methods like sterilisation over feminine products that can hurt those with mental and physical disabilities. As a recent survey showed, 180 women have difficulties managing their periods due to their disability. It's disgraceful that the NDIS are again taking things away that aid our disability babes. Thanks for being a red stain in our underwear, Bill Shorten.
You know, Laura, there might be a few woke babies who will disagree with me here, but I, for one, still firmly believe that sanitary products are luxury items. If free bleeding was fine for our ancestors, then it's fine for me too.
Oh, get real, Molly. You've only been saying that since you clogged the struggle toilets with maxi pads.
Polio, just a pride of Kyrgyzstan, went to space but got lost. Bring him home, he's floating out somewhere, not sure where. It's getting cold. A polio vagisil Kyrgyz, cause we're not hero too many and villains a few. A polio vagisil on the struggle. Thanks for watching this week's episode.
The struggle.
It's real.